How much passive income is enough? People ask this like there's one universal answer. There is an answer. It's a real formula, 30 seconds of math. But here's the twist nobody mentions. The number keeps moving on everyone, every single time. You hit your target, the target quietly moves again. That's not bad luck. That's a documented psychological effect. So this video has two parts, the actual formula and why it never feels like enough anyway, both in the next 7 minutes. Let's start with the math. The formula comes from something called the 4% rule. 1998, 3 finance professors, Trinity University. They tested decades of market history against one question.
How much can you withdraw yearly without ever running out? Their answer? 4% a year, adjusted for inflation. Survives almost every 30-year stretch in the historical record. Flip that 4% around and you get the real formula. Annual expenses times 25. That's it. That's your number. Spend $50,000 a year, you need $1.25 million invested. Spend $40,000, exactly $1 million. Hit that number and the 4% withdrawal covers your life indefinitely. People adjust this formula for their actual lifestyle. A few flavors exist. Lean version, living on around $40,000 a year or less. Aggressive frugality, smaller number, less margin for surprises. Fat version, living on $100,000 or more. No lifestyle sacrifice, much bigger number required. Coast version, front load your savings early, then let compounding finish the job. You stop adding money entirely and just wait. Same formula underneath all three. Different inputs, different finish lines. Now, I have to be honest about the formula's real limits. Problem 1, sequence of returns risk. A crash in your first few retirement years hurts far more than one later. Same average return, wildly different outcome depending on timing alone. Problem 2, it assumes the next 30 years look like the last 100. Markets might, they also might not. Nobody actually knows. Problem 3, healthcare before you're eligible for public coverage is expensive. Most FIRE calculators quietly underbudget this by a wide margin. Problem 4, the math assumes your expenses stay basically flat forever, which brings us to the actual reason most people never feel done. Here's the part that's genuinely more interesting than the math. Even people who hit their number often don't feel it. They recalculate, raise the target, keep going. This isn't irrational. It's an extremely well-documented effect. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation. You get used to good things fast, faster than you'd expect. A raise feels amazing for a few months. Then it becomes the new normal, invisible. The floor, not a gift. Same house. Same income jump. Same feeling, eventually. Still not quite enough. So picture a finish line out ahead of you. You start running toward it. It's clearly defined, a real number. As you get closer, your lifestyle quietly grows to match your progress. A slightly nicer apartment, a slightly nicer car, slightly pricier habits. Each one small, each one reasonable, completely on its own. But every upgrade recalculates the finish line a little further out. You're not lazy. You're not bad at running. The track itself is quietly getting longer as you go. This is called lifestyle creep, and it's the finish line's actual engine. This isn't just a theory. It shows up in real financial data. Survey after survey finds the same pattern. Ask someone earning $50,000 what enough would be. They name a number, usually around double their current income. Ask someone earning that new number the same question. They name a number around double that. The ratio holds steady across almost every income bracket studied. Enough isn't a number. It's a moving multiple of wherever you already are. That's not a coincidence. That's the treadmill, measured directly. So why does this matter for the formula we just calculated? Because the formula assumes a fixed target. Your brain doesn't offer one. Without noticing it, you can hit your number and keep running anyway. Not because the math was wrong. Because the finish line moved with you. Which means the real skill isn't just calculating the number, it's catching the finish line the moment it tries to slide. So how do you actually make enough hold still? A few real moves. Quick pause. If you've ever hit a goal and immediately made a new one, a like helps this reach someone else. The fixes. Fix 1. Write your number down today before lifestyle creep edits it. A number on paper is harder to quietly renegotiate than one in your head. Fix 2.
Separate raises from upgrades on purpose. When income jumps, decide the split before spending grows to match it. Half toward the goal, half toward enjoying it, chosen deliberately, not by default. Fix 3. Notice the adaptation happening in real time. This felt exciting a month ago. Now it's just normal. Naming the treadmill is most of what slows it down. Fix 4. Pick a number and defend it against future you. Future you will have new reasons the old number wasn't quite enough. Write today's reasoning down so future you has to argue with it directly. Fix 5. Remember that enough was never about the number alone. It was about the life the number was supposed to buy you. Check that the lifestyle upgrades are actually buying that life, not just distance from it. Here's the reframe to walk away with. The formula is real. Expenses times 25. It works. But the formula alone can't fight a moving finish line. Only noticing the finish line move can do that. Hedonic adaptation isn't a flaw you can calculate your way around. It's a pattern you have to catch, on purpose, over and over. Calculate the number, then watch yourself quietly try to move it. That's genuinely the whole video. Everything else was just the math and the mechanism behind it. And that's the real answer. A formula and a treadmill trying to outrun it. If you've ever hit a goal and immediately wanted more, same. Genuinely. That's the whole reason this channel exists. Real research on the money instincts we all quietly act on. So thank you for being here and for watching this whole thing. If you're new, this is Brain Vault. One study, one money behavior every single week. No shame, no guilt tripping, no course to sell you at the end, just the why behind what your brain already does. If that's useful, hit subscribe. Costs nothing, it's the entire reason more of these get made. A like helps too. It's the biggest signal this was worth watching. Now, I want to hear your number. What's your actual enough number? Have you calculated it before? Has it moved on you since the last time you checked? Drop it in the comments. No judgment, moving targets included. I read every single one, and I reply to most of them. If a friend of yours keeps chasing a number that keeps sliding, send this. It might be the sentence they needed to hear. Seriously, thank you for spending this time here. I've got another one of these ready next week, same channel, same day. Until then, calculate the number. Then watch the finish line. Thanks for watching all the way through. That means a lot. See you in the next one. Catch the treadmill before it catches another year of you.